Hello, everyone. If you can hear the music in the background, I have no rights to it. I'm getting on, and I want to talk about breathing and the essentialness of it because um, when you remember to breathe, especially in a emergency or argument or in an anxiety attack, panic attack, it will help reset you, refocus you, and be in the moment and allow you to rationalize and ask yourself 3 questions. Am I safe? Am I around people I can trust? And have I ate today? I know the last one sounds pretty random, but it's very essential because if you're mad or being irritable with somebody, if you haven't ate, that makes you irritable with people, makes you short with them, makes you Urgh. So if you can maintain your breathing, it will help reset you, refocus you, and recenter you. And it's so wonderful to be able to control that. Does it always work? No. I wish I could say, yeah, it works all the time. No, it does not. Because if somebody's really irritating you, breathing doesn't resolve the issue. It just helps maintain your composure so you aren't reacting. Your best bet is like if you can at least reset, refocus, breathe very deeply, let it out very slowly because that's really what helps reset you. But breathing, and whenever you notice you're not breathing deeply, start breathing deeply throughout your day. You need to practice that. Like I've been doing it for at least 6 years now since I realized how important it is. It does really help me. Counting, like if somebody's really irritating me, I just walk away. Like they're not worth my time. That's them trying to take your power. Don't give them the pleasure of giving them your power. You know, I'm not put on earth to please everyone, and I know I'm not. And I know that my teachings aren't going to teach everyone. Only those who are open to being taught are going to learn. But I can't be upset about that. So, and I can't let people irritate me because they don't want to listen. I hate repeating myself. I hate going over material with people that I feel isn't really ready to hear it. But sometimes you still have to listen to the Holy Spirit and just let it guide you. So I do. I learned the importance of breathing because I would realize that I wasn't breathing all the time. Like when you're in an argument and you shut down, you stop breathing. If you're upset or sad or depressed, you stop breathing. And because you take that big deep breath. You always want to focus on your breathing during any trauma, during any arguments, during anything that's going to activate your fight or flight. It's very essential to understand the importance of breath because oxygen oxygenates your brain. And if your brain isn't working or your heart isn't working, well, you're not in control. And you want to be in control. You want to be in control of your actions. You want to be in control of your words. And you want to be in control of your environment. When you're in a safe place and you know you're in a safe place, then you can walk away. You can just shut the person out who's ever doing, and that's going to upset them more. So be alert. If you're not responding to the way they want you to, 1, they may smack you or hit you, or 2, they may walk away. We pray for number 2. But I'm just being honest. Some people are arrogant, and if you don't just freely give you their energy, what they're after, then that's what they do. It's so evil. I understand what energy is and how people take and give. I want mine to flow. And if I can feel it's not flowing back and forth, I just close mine off. You don't get anything from me. If you're not going to give me something, I'm not going to give you anything. I want it to be a give and take, a balance of flow, of calm, kindness, compassion. And if they're not willing to open up to you, you don't need to open up to them in that energy source. And you need your energy. You can't just give it to somebody else. You know, meditation allows you to maintain that breath and come one with it. It also helps you to maintain your control of your mind. You can take back your control of your mind when you don't let all the busy stuff coming, all the worry and all the stress. You push it away and you focus on your breathing. And when you get really good and you go into and you can actually be the rhythm of your heart, you'll actually feel the waves of your energy once you really get into meditation. It's really amazing. And when you're out in nature, you rhythm rise with the leaves and the wind and the birds, and it's just a beautiful peace that is cultivating your heart and healing and soothing. It's just, there's nothing more passionate than being in control of your being. And people say, oh, that's not possible. Oh, it is. It is. I used to allow my mind to race and lie and tell me how stupid I was, how much of a failure I was. I was a worthless friend. I was a worthless daughter. I didn't amount to anything. I was always a very negative person towards myself. All my research and getting self-help and counseling and being inspirational and talking to other women and being a mentor myself, I had to step into my knowing to help others. I wasn't always grounded. It took me time. It's still taking me each day. It's still getting me closer. I'm not still where I want to be. I want to get to that point where when somebody triggers me and they know they triggered me, I can walk away without having any reaction to them. That's the one I want. That's where I want to get to. I haven't got there yet, but I want to be that person. I want to be able to allow them to know you're not getting to me. Like you don't validate anything of me. You don't have any power over me. And I do for me. I am the one that's in control of this being, this vessel. I am, no one else. And I don't want my triggers to be in control. You think you get up to some hurdles and then somebody else triggers something else that you forgot about. And, it's hard to understand all your triggers that you bottled up. You think you work through them, but no. And especially right now with the light codes that are going into our bodies, helping reset our DNA to be crystallined with Earth and be more balanced with her during our ascension. You want to address all the dramas. You don't want to drink them away because they're not going away even when you drink. They're still there. Don't put them in the bottle. Address them. Let them go. Thank them for what they have brought to your attention and release them. That's how you heal. That's how you get through any trauma. You let your memories of your loved one come through, walk you through the pain, and have something to hold on to. Look through pictures. I know it's hard. When I lose somebody, I have to get rid of all their pictures. I mean, I don't throw them away, but I put them out of sight for a while, so until I'm ready to really see them again. Because, a picture is very hard to see when you can't go up to them anymore. You can't hear them anymore. I'm learning in meditation, and I just told my best friend this. Go into meditation. Call the loved one. Go spend time with them there. You may not remember it, but you're going to them. You are spending time with them. If you want to recall and remember, then you have to tell yourself at the beginning of the meditation, please let me recall, and enjoy my time with my loved one. You're just going to the realm that they are. They're just not in the physical world anymore. and they are. I can feel my loved ones around. And that hurts sometimes. It's really hurtful to feel them around, but you can't hug them or you can't hear them. And, you know, I get their messages through my, the telepathic way, but it's still my voice that I hear. I don't hear theirs, which I don't know if that's what I should want or what, and sometimes I talk through your friends. I told my best friend she was really missing her mom. We both are, but her mom's anniversary is this month, and so was her dad's. And I told her, just hug yourself, give yourself a great big hug, and know your mom is hugging you back. And that's how you get through the tough times of grief. You have to step in and do what you really wanted. Step in and really listen. Loved ones talk through your dreams, they talk through songs. The animals around you, if you know that they really like them and then they keep showing up, that's them letting you know that they're there. So many people just think, oh, once they're gone, they're just gone. No, they're not just gone. They're still there in spirit. They're still carried within your heart. You just have to listen. And if you can quiet your mind, you will hear them speak to you. You will still feel them. But you have to be in control. You can't just let your mind wander and be in control. And that's what a lot of people are going through right now. They don't know how to take their mind back. Well, when you can quiet it, and you do that by focusing on your breathing. I get people, what are you thinking about? And I'm like, I'm not thinking about anything. I'm focusing on my breathing. And they're, oh, no, everybody's thinking about something. No. When I focus on my breathing, if I don't want to entertain whatever's coming in, because there's still things that still come in, sometimes it's negative, I'll just push it away and I'll focus on my breathing. Now, if there was a question that I was focusing on and then something came in, then I would receive it. But if I'm just in a room, I'm really just breathing, because I know the essential breath work really is grounding. So I'm always breathing. And that really shocks people. Oh, everybody's always thinking. No, I'm not. I'm in the moment. Especially if I'm out in nature, I'm paying attention to the birds, the squirrels. If there's whatever little animals around, like at work, there's squirrels, there's cats, there's birds. I'm always focusing on them and watching them play. I'm like, I envy them. They get to play all day, get free food, a shelter with the pine trees. There's so much. I love watching the clouds and how God puts the I see elephants and dolphins, and I saw a great big whale. I see all kinds of little pictures in the in the sky. I'm always looking for something, and I love you sometimes, which nobody else does. I see a bunch of hearts a lot. And I know that's just, and I told my best friend the other day, I was like, that's my future husband's up in the stars giving me all those hearts. I know he's out there. I feel him. And he's just letting me know he knows that I'm there. You just got to play with it. I love being outside. I love feeling God's presence, but when you're in control of your breathing, you're in control of everything. Whatever you put out there that you want to see, it also works with the universe. You're aligned. You're not just aligned with Gaia. You're aligned with the whole universe. And your heartbeat beats with her heartbeat. I can't tell you how magnetic it is to be one with God and Gaia and the nature. It's a beautiful thing. I feel sorry for those people who just don't want to do the work, because you have to do the work in order to experience peace. You have to do the work to set yourself free of pain. I'm not saying I don't have days that I don't have pain, because I do. I still get down. I still get discouraged sometimes, because I know the world is getting ready to evolve into a beautiful thing, and so many people are going to miss it. but I can't control them. I can't convince them that life is better just because they can't see it right this moment. It's going to be better. I have seen it. I live it in my meditation. I visualize it there. I live in meditation so I can experience what I want right now. I'm going to have what I am envisioning in meditation soon. And I know, I feel it. The energy is aligned with what I want. And it's not just what I want. Every star seed, we are all focusing on freedom. We're stepping into our power, making our voice heard, making people know that we're here, we're guiding you, we're helping you. Just step with us. I know it may be hard fetch to believe that freedom is really going to be grasped very soon, where you really are going to be free. You're not going to have to pay rent. You're not going to have to pay utilities. You're not going to have to work if you don't want to. The government is going to pay us for all the wrongdoing. You'll have a choice. If you still want to work, you can work, but you won't have to. Everyone will have what they need. There will be no more homeless. There will be no one being without food. Everyone will be equals. Everyone will see each other as brother and sister. That's what we're evolving to. That's the love and compassion we were always meant to have. One second. For one another. But not everybody's going to make it there, because those who aren't working on their pain, those who are not embracing the love vibration, you're not going to make it. You're going to vibrate and be with God, and He'll start you over in another dimension where you get to start over until you get it right. You won't be evolving with us. I know a lot of people are getting ready to cross over. A lot, because a lot of people want to deal with the old ways. Everything's just going to go back to the way it was. It's not going to go back to the way it was. And if you're not willing to embrace the new vibration of Gaia, you aren't going to make it. It doesn't matter how healthy you think you are. And if you abuse your body with alcohol and those hard, nasty drugs, cocaine, methamphetamines, prescription drugs. Doesn't matter if your doctor prescribes them or not. If you're abusing them and putting them in your body and not trusting God, you're going to go home and transition to God. You're going to just transition to God, because a negative vibration can't make it in the new world that we're going into. Just not. The more you envision the world that you want, and yours can be different than mine. I mean, whatever is good to you, whatever is peaceful to you, you just envision it every day. Focus on your breathing. Focus on being united with Gaia. She will help you and let you see. She will activate you and help you work through your pain. I know a lot of people, it hurts to go through your painful memories, but you have to walk through them to release them. You don't have to live there. Don't live there. And you just breathe. You remember that you're in the now. You're not in that moment. And you just tell yourself, I'm fine. I'm in a safe place. I'm just releasing to heal. You want to heal. And you just stay in that healing vibration, loving yourself, giving compassion to yourself, truly loving on yourself. So you feel the affection that you always needed, you always deserved, and you release all that. And when you get done with that healing meditation, you'll feel better. You may cry a lot, but that's part of the healing. That's part of releasing. When you shed tears, your pain's in those tears, and they're running down your face, and knowing that you're free now. You're okay. You're going to get through this. You got to tell yourself that too. So many people are ashamed of what they've been through. You can't hold the whole accountability on yourself. You weren't completely at fault of everything that you were putting through, but you just got to release it. You're the only one that can release it. So just remember that. You are just doing what you need to do to heal. And breathing literally will help you through that. Remember, it will help you reset, it will help you refocus, it will help you be in the now, it will help you be more conscious, it will remove the fog, and the more raw you eat. When I say raw, I mean fruits, vegetables, nuts, sunflower seeds, pumpkin seeds. You can eat pickled food, fermented food. All that is raw, and that is all what we were meant to nourish our body with. Anything that's from McDonald's, anything from Hardee's, anything from the fast food is all dead food. If you're putting anything on the stove, that is dead food. You don't need any of that. Your body gets 0 nutrients. And half the time it just stores it. It doesn't even go through your body because it thinks you need it for the winter. So it will store it and make it fat. You don't need to do that. So stick to raw foods. God's food gives your body the total proteins, vitamins, and nutrients that it needs. It literally distracts and sticks it wherever it needs to go. Your kidneys, your bladder, your spleen, your heart, your eyes, brain. It literally takes all of what it needs and just diffuses it through where it needs to go right instantly. It starts from your tongue. When you make all those juices, it absorbs through the tongue, but then once you swallow it, everything, our body is made perfectly. We just got to give it the right nutrients. Drink plenty of water. Remember, your body is 70% water. Your brain is 85% water. If you're not giving it water, you're starving it. When you're not giving it the right nutrients, that's why you get the aches, the pain, you can't move, you can't focus, you can't think, you get the fogginess, you can't even pull the words out that you need. Herbal teas are great. I love spearmint tea and peppermint tea. I drink lemon balm. I planted my lemons and they grew, and I've been using the leaves in my tea. I have my own little mint. I put it in my tea. You can use oregano and thyme and rosemary, lavender. All those can be in teas. Great. And again, I was going to talk about this book too, but I don't want a real long thing. But this book, it teaches you how to make tinctures, how to make tonics, how to make ointments. It tells you when you should use herbs as teas. And I recommend herbs every day because they're very healing. Turmeric is good. Cinnamon helps with circulation. Garlic also is it's a blood cleaner. You could crush it up, put it in your tea, and drinking it will diffuse through the water. Yeah, it's not a very good tasty, but if you use raw honey in your area, very good, especially if you have allergies. You do 3 spoonfuls a day. And once you get it really in your body, you can go down to 1. I just put it in my tea now, and it helps me. And, there's cayenne pepper. If you're real mucousy, especially in your chest with bronchitis or anything, cayenne pepper melts down the mucus, and the cinnamon will keep it flowing, and ginger actually draws it out. Ginger. These are all spices you have in your cabinet right now, and with the cold season coming up, I advise you to put them all in your tea. You just need a little bit. I mix a tablespoon of each. The cayenne pepper, not cayenne pepper, I just dash it at the very end. I'm sorry. But ginger, cinnamon, turmeric, I mix all 3 of them in a small little container, mix them all together, and then I take a 1/8 scoop, and I put it in my tea in the evenings, or even in the mornings, whatever you want, but I do morning and evening, and then I dash the cayenne pepper if I'm really mucus. I don't use it all the time. But cayenne pepper is very good for melting the mucus if it's real thick. And I know a lot of people are going through a lot of thick mucus right now. A lot of people's going through a lot of drainage. And the raw honey in your area will help with that. Raw honey is excellent. And I get mine at Fresh Time, but you can also get it at Aldi's. but I like the big container because like I said, I go through it. I use it every day because allergy season. And you can also use sage honey in your eyes if you have cataract. And I don't recommend doing both eyes at the same time. Do one at one time because it does burn, but it's like a mild burn. But I use a cold cloth, do one eye. Once it's done, then go to the other eye. And you do that for like 3 weeks, every day for 3 weeks until you get the best vision that you're ready for. And it will. The little antimicrobials, I don't know how you say the words, guys, sorry, because my pronunciation sucks, but they actually eat away all the dark spots in your eyes. It also will work on animals. And the same, do one eye at the time, and then that will help them see better. You'll have a more active dog. And you should get them on a raw diet too. Raw chicken, good source of chicken, or raw egg or something every day. It helps their coat. There's so many things that we are programmed to believe that are weeds. There are no benefits of them. I went through this book this morning, or a few minutes ago, because like I said, I was going, but dandelion, that little guy, they say, oh, that's just a weed. No, it's edible. The entire plant is edible and nutrients. The young leaves are best for greens since the leaves grow more bitter with age. Young leaves can be cooked or eaten raw. Just make it in a salad. You can cover the bitterness up with the salad dressing and make a honey or vinaigrette. That will be great. You can also dry and roast for use as a coffee substitute. The roots can also be cooked and eaten. They are bitter with a tasty similar to a turnip. Dandelion flowers make a nice salad garnish or can be battered or fried. I don't recommend that because you're going to burn all the nutrients out. I know a lot of people do it, but just eat them raw. You can just put them over a salad. And I'm going to tell you and it's good for digestion problems, liver and gallbladder function, liver protection and healing. It's a diuretic and it detoxifying the body, and it's good for skin wounds, corns, and warts. Osteoporosis and bone health, controls blood sugar, urinary tract disorder, prevents and treats cancer. Yeah, there's tons of cancer treatments for these things, and prevents iron deficiency and anemia, treats hypertension, boosts the immune system, metastasis and lactation, that helps with women with breastfeeding, fights inflammation and arthritis, harvesting, it tells you, and then it gives you recipes for dandelions and tea. Oh, here. There's a lot of information on here. I'm sorry, it's not very clear because I'm not in a lighted room. But this book is full of, I didn't even read all the prescriptions. Those are just the titles of everything that it covers. A dandelion does, but I didn't read it to you. So, but I love this book. It's great information. The more you give your body what God put out here in His nature, what is raw, and helps your body. Now, some things you can't eat raw because it is poisonous, but once you cook it a little bit, you don't want to make it soggy or anything, but once you cook it a little bit, then it is also good. But there's not very many things you have to cook in order to eat it. But I don't want to make this really lengthy. I just wanted to hop on here and tell you the importance of breathing, because a lot of us forget to breathe, especially when we're stressed out, we're worried, or we're in a heated argument. We just stop breathing, or we shut down, or, you have to remember to breathe. It's essential for you to focus. It's essential for you to process information at that given time, to what's the word I'm looking for? To pay attention to your surroundings, because you need to know, are you safe? What are the exit plans if it is in a serious, life-threatening, event? And thirdly, what is the escape? So if you're in a heated argument, of course you're looking at your surroundings, but you remember you're in control. If you don't want to be a part of that argument, you can literally take a deep breath, release it slowly, and walk away. It doesn't matter if it pisses them off. You don't have to be their monkey that day. And half the time, whatever they're pissed off about isn't even about you. So you just got to realize, yeah, I don't know what's going on with you. You can say this, I don't know what's going on with you, but I'm walking away. I'm not entertaining this. So you can either say have a good day and walk away, or, fuck you, whatever you want to do to whoever it is. And if you love that person and respect that person, just say, I'm going to give you some time to cool down and let you think about what's going on, because I know I'm not the issue here, so I'm going to walk away now. But you don't even have to do that. If it's nobody you care about, just walk away. I'm getting better at that. I haven't mastered it yet, but I am getting better at that. But I know I don't want to be around people with drama. I don't want to be around their bitterness and anger and belittling, because that's not who I am, and I'm not going to give it right back to them because that's what they want. I'm not giving you my power. I'm going to walk away from you. You have a nice day. And do that. You just walk away. And, just be aware they may grab your arm or whatever. You still are in control of your environment. You can still pull away, and you can still keep walking. Don't make them be a bully, because be like, no, I done told you I'm walking away, or whatever. Even if you didn't. I'm not participating in this. I don't know if you have enough age. I don't know if you're just in an emotional trigger right now, but I'm not the reason for you to be belittling me, being disrespectful, being arrogant towards, and I'm not accepting your behavior right now. Treat them the way you want to be treated, and let them know I'm not accepting this behavior. Have a nice day. I know it takes a lot of experience, and you got to have that willpower, which I do have a lot of that willpower. And depending on what day I'm having, sometimes I'm like, I'm going to trigger you a little more. But I don't want to be that person. I used to be that person all the time. If I knew I could piss you off, I was going to just piss you off, because I liked that negative energy. But I have grown a lot more since then, and now I'm not that person. Now I take your negative energy and I fuel it to love. I radiate to love, and I try to redirect it back to you. Sometimes that doesn't always work. Like I said, it depends on what kind of mood I'm in. But I don't give them my power at all. They don't get the reaction they want from me. Sometimes I may snip at them or tell them to just go fuck off, and I walk away. But regardless, I'm still in control of my environment. They don't validate me. They are not going to take any of my energy for their negative purpose. So just remember, deep breathing, it's really essential. Literally. You want it to go and release it slowly and calmly. Inhale the goodness. Exhale the bullshit. Inhale the goodness. Exhale the bullshit. Inhale the love. Exhale the appreciation for that love. Whatever you want to make it into. Doesn't matter. Just make it into something that's soothing and calming and loving. Just radiate, illuminate love. Keep spreading it and touching it and embracing it. Bathe in it. I love going in a room where I can feel the love. I can feel, that passion. Sometimes it's the sexual energy. You just enjoy that too. But regardless, enjoy it. And, play with it a little bit. When you really understand that you set the room and you can draw it in, and you can give it back to them too. Let them know you feel them. Let them know you see them. Bring in that confidence, bring in that stride, and just enjoy the moment. Not always going to be able to do that, so enjoy it while you can. I love being able to set the room. I love being able to walk in a room or a building and feel that I made a difference. It doesn't matter how little it was. It doesn't matter how impactful it was. I just know I did it. And that's how we all need to be. Everybody needs to feel loved. Everybody needs to feel it. It doesn't matter who it comes from. They just need to feel it so they know what to look for. For whatever reason, only really children feel love. They feel it. They know they're accepted. But once they start to getting teenagers, they lose that. And they shouldn't have. They never should have lose their parents' love. Sorry, it's getting bedtime. I've been getting up at 6:30 and working out. I've been really focusing on my core. I forgot when you work out, you had to activate that core. That's a key element in working out. And I'm very happy that I come across the trainer on YouTube, and that's what I'm really, whenever, now I'm focusing on two things. Focusing on deep breathing and activating my core, because that core activation really helps your stomach, and that helps you be able to stay stronger and active. And when you activate the Kegel, which is that muscle that you hold when you go pee, you activate them together. And then breathing helps get the oxygenated to the tissue and helps you maintain control of that area. You want a good, healthy core. You want a good, healthy pelvic floor, because as long as it's healthy, you can maintain control of your uterus. I mean, your bladder. You don't want to lose control of that. It's very essential. Don't want to pee on yourself. I don't want to. Anyway, that's why I eat well. And I just want to be in control of my vessel, my environment, my mind. That is such a wonderful blessing. Ever since I've been able to do that, that was oh my God. My life has changed completely. Because I know when somebody's planning negative stuff, and I can just that's your demon, that's not my demon. And when I realize, if I'm by myself sometimes, you get other people's judgment around you. It's oh my gosh, oh my gosh. And you still have to keep grounded. And you got to still try to illuminate the love and radiate it and really push it towards them so they can feel it. Because you don't want them to be jealous of you. You don't want them to envy you. You want them to want to be better. And when they can feel love coming from you, usually they change. And they're oh, well, she's not. Or she, oh, you get the positive things. But you can still, remember, your thoughts are not always yours. It's some people in the room. You just got to get that mentality to understand that. I know it would sound far-fetched, but it isn't far-fetched anymore. The more I researched it and know it now, and yeah, I know now. And I'm more in tuned in my inner self than I am my outside self anymore. So I love body language. I love paying attention to their demeanors, their the way they carry themselves, and all that is something that I think is essential, and it's knowing how a mentality of a person, if they care about themselves, how if they involve themselves in gossip, if they belittle others or they laugh at things. A lot of people are being mindful now where they're not laughing at people when they fall. They're not laughing at people when they make bad choices. They're being more compassionate. And that's the world I want to be involved with. That's what really is impacting. That's what I'm envisioning, that people are more compassionate toward each other. They're more serving toward each other. They're more teachable. They're going to correct a negative behavior. That's what we all need to do. And that's what I want, the world I want to be a part of. And that's what we're going to evolve to. So I don't want to keep on rambling, but I'm going to get to bed now. So I love you all. I thank you for your time and checking out my channel. Please, if you like what I said, like, share, and follow. I love you. Have a good night. Bye.